Hello everyone! I'm Teacher Natalie, the EdTech Wizard. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to help you become the best online teacher you can be. So on my channel, you will find tips and tricks to help you reach your greatest potential as an online teacher. And if you would like to see more videos like the one today, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. In today's video, I will walk you through Google Slides and how to create interactive slides, meaning there are movable pieces on your slides. And I will go over 3 different activities you can use this for and activities that I use them for in my own classroom. So, interactive slides make your lessons more engaging and more fun for your students. That way, they're not just watching you talk and watching you click slides by. No. So, let's get started. I also have a pro tip for you at the end, or a wizard tip, where I will be able to save you a ton of time and you will thank me later. So, let's get started. We need to jump into Google Slides. So here we are, and you can see the 3 slides I have created with 3 different activities I'm going to go over. And I will walk you through each step on how I created these. So the first slide here, I have a cute little picture of a teddy bear. Side note, I have found all of my pictures on Pixabay, pixabay.com. It is a wonderful site with free commercial use images, and all of the images are high quality. If you would like to know more about Pixabay or what it is and how to use it, I have another video, a Canva tutorial video, where I go more into depth on Pixabay and what the downloading the images look like. I will link that down below in the description box for you. But today, let's get started with Google Slides. My first activity, I have a picture of this little bear and balloons. So we would be counting these balloons with my students. And this little bear's gonna hold them. So I have these balloons, the numbers on the balloons, and I also have a basket. I can move this basket because I want my balloons to be behind my basket. But there are going to be some images you might not want to move, and I will show you how to create those images as well. But for now, I want my images to hide behind the basket. Okay, how did I do this? You click create a new slide, and I want it to be blank. After you have found your image on Pixabay and downloaded it, it's going to show up in your downloads folder. I want this image to be in my background. I don't want to be able to move it. So on your slide, you need to go up to background. Choose image and find the image that you want to be your background, and it will pop it up into your background, and it will take up the whole slide. Next, I created the balloons. So I found my balloons, which I now need to insert image, upload from computer, and I have all of the pictures from the balloons. So I'm going to go ahead and open those. We'll make them smaller. And go insert. So you're going to be inserting any of the pictures you want, and we'll do 3 balloons for now. And I have my numbers on my balloon. So that is actually a shape. And I created this square with a round image. And now you're going to make this square, the shape, the color you want. I want a white background. So this is the fill color. And I want the outline, my border, I want it to be black, and I like the 2-point line weight because you can see it better. but you can do whatever you want. Now I also need a number, so I'm going to add a text box. Make it as big as the box you want. I'm going to type number 1. And then go ahead and change your font. I use the School Bell font. I really like that one. Make it as big as you need. And then you want to align it to the middle, but you also want to center it. There's my number, and I have my balloon. First thing I want to do is group my number. Whoa, back up. First thing, I need to create my other numbers. Now I do not want to go ahead and create my shape in my new text box and every time and hoping they're the same size. That's a lot of time. So what you're going to do is highlight both images. So I'm highlighting the box, the text box, as well as the shape. So you just need to drag your cursor over all of them. You'll get the blue box. Now everything is highlighted. You want to copy, and it's going to copy everything. So copy or Control C if you're on Windows. Now everything's copied. Now I'm going to paste it, Control V, or right click and paste. And now I have my next image. So I have, going to highlight it both so I can move them both at the same time. And then Control V, so I get one more to put on a balloon. Now I have my box the same size, my font's the same, and my font size is the same. And all I have to do is now go change the box, my numbers in the box. Next step is I need to be able to move these at the same time. So I'm going to move it over here because I don't want to get another balloon in it. So I'm going to highlight the balloon, the text box, and the text so I can see it's all highlighted, and then right click, you're going to group it together. Now I can click on my balloon and my number moves with my balloon. So I'm going to do that again with this one. And you see how if your objects are too close together, you can group them. And maybe that's not what you want to group together. So right now if I grouped this, my number is going to be off to the side. So we're just going to move these one at a time. Right where I want them, highlight everything, right click, group. Highlight everything, right click, group. If you want this to be ungrouped so you can then edit your text again, you are just going to do highlight the same thing, right click, and then you'll hit ungroup, and they will be separate movable pieces again, so then you can edit that text or the box. But I want mine together, so I'm going to put them here. Now you noticed they're in the wrong order. When I count, I want to be able to start with 1. If I don't have any counting on my balloons and it doesn't matter what color I'm bringing out, then don't worry about the order of them. But I want to be able to start with number 1 first. So you're going to start with 1, and you're going to go to order, bring to front. Now number 1 is first. So 3, I'm going to order, and I'm going to send that one backwards, or send to back. So the difference between these, send backward, that's just going to send it 1 back. So with my black balloon, if I send it order, send backward, it's just going to put it back behind the next image. If I want to send it back behind all of the images, then you're going to go order, send to the back. That's going to send it all the way back behind all of my images. Same with forward. I want it to be in the front. Whoops. Make sure the first one's highlighted. Order, bring to front. This is the first one I want to see. So with these balloons, 3, I'm going to send it all the way to the back. Now my balloons are in the right order. When you are dragging objects that you've grouped together, make sure you grab the one you want to bring over. I can grab this image still and move it, and I don't want to do that. So make sure you're grabbing the image you want to move, so the image on the back, and then the whole thing will move. All of my images are there, and I also have a basket to put my balloons in. So again, I downloaded that from Pixabay, upload from your computer, and now I have my basket, and then you resize it for how you want. That is how you do the first activity. Simple counting activity and how to group objects together if you want multiple objects or pictures layered or stacked. Next image, I have this one. So for this activity, it is a line activity or a matching activity. So we're going over words and their definitions, and as a teacher and student, we are matching them. So we can talk about noun, what is the definition, where is the definition, and I can draw a line to the definition. So how I'm going to draw the line, by clicking on line, and usually it's the first one right here. So I'm going to click on the line, and it's going to bring up my cursor like this. And for some images, these purple dots will show up, and that is a point for you to draw your line from. So this way it actually makes nice and clean, neat lines. So you're going to take your cursor, click and hold your mouse, drag it over to the other purple line, and it will make a nice line directly connecting the two. Now I have to click the line again to draw another one. Click and hold, drag it to the next purple line, and they look nice and neat. Now, how did I create these boxes? A nice, fast, easy way. So I like to use a blank slide. So I used a shape. Again, I used this shape with the curved edges. So you're going to draw your box, make this box exactly how you want all of the other ones to look like. So I like the gray background. It stands out on a white slide better. And my line, I like 2-point font, and I'm going to make sure it's black. So here's one box, and then add your words to it. You need to go to text box. Make the text box the same size as your shape. This way it helps with making sure it is centered. So I have noun. Go ahead, change the font to how you want it. The size, let's do 36. Put it in the middle, and then this button will center it. Okay, here's my first one. Now, again, I don't want to create my same box again, hoping I get the same size and whatnot. I've already done this work once. Now you need to copy. Control C, Control V. I'm going to copy and paste all of these to make my matching activity. Now, you're going to, spin time. Oops, again, I gotta highlight them both to move them both at the same time. Then you'll spend your time, making them nice and symmetrical, obviously. And now I can go back and change my words. Verb, pronoun. And then on this side, change your words as well. And I also changed the color of my box. Now I moved my text box over so I could click on the box. I'm going to change the color and then move my text box back. Change the color, whoops, fill color, then move my box back. Change this color, oh, click on it, change my color, then move it back. Now this one is good to go for a matching activity where you are drawing the lines and the students would be helping you answer your questions. My next activity, the last activity, I have these objects and they're stacked on top of each other. This makes it nice. It's called a clone. So you have several images you can pull off. I use this for adding. So say it's a younger group and we have 2 plus 3. So you are pulling up your shapes. How many shapes are there together? Students can actually see the shapes on your screen, count them because they're nice and big on your screen. I realize I'm undoing stuff with a keyboard shortcut, and that is Control Z. Really helpful. That's probably by far my favorite keyboard shortcut. So this is a shape I have created the same way I have created these boxes. Also a shape. These two, my rose and my triangle, are images from Pixabay. I wanted to show you that yes, you can use images as your interactive parts. So for flowers, I could have a story problem with flowers or garden, and then I can actually have flowers to move over. She has 2 flowers. She plants 5 more. How many? Well, 2 more. How many flowers does she have altogether? She has 4 flowers. And I would have my word problem on the same slide, and these, because they're stacked, can be off in the corner and you can move them as you need to. Super great to use it. I use it this way a lot. Now you can also see this image I have here. If I accidentally click on it, I will be able to move it. I don't want the decorative images or any other images or text to move on this page. This could be a text box with words or your word problem, and I don't want it to move. So what I'm going to do here to prevent this is make it a background image, just like my teddy bear. I cannot move my teddy bear. So what I'm going to do is make these disappear for a second. Control, let's highlight all of them. Whoopsie, I don't want that one highlighted. So let's move it. Highlight all of my images. And I have to drag my cursor over all of them. If I just click on one, I am only selecting the first image in this set, but I want them all highlighted, so I have to drag my highlighter, my cursor, to highlight everything. Control, and I'm going to cut. Now I'm going to make the slide how I want it. Here's my word problem. I have 3 shapes. There's the rest of my word problem on my slide. Now I want to go to File, download PNG image, and I only want to do the current slide, which is the only option. So download this image, current slide. Now you can see downloaded. So I'm now going to go to background. I cannot have anything selected because you notice I do not have the background option up here. So I have to click off the slide or not an image, and then my background button pops up. Click background, choose image. Now I'm going to find the image I just created, open. Now it's going to make it my background. It's going to take up my whole slide, and now I can delete everything else. Delete the duplicate, I guess. So I have this, and I cannot move it now, which is exactly what I want. Now I'm going to control paste, and that is going to put all of my images back. So here are my shapes. I have 3 shapes. Now I can move my shapes with my students, add or subtract my shapes to figure out my problem. Super, super easy. There are so many ways, so many different things you can use this with. Okay, pro tip. Here's my pro tip. After you are done with your lesson, you will have all of these shapes out and about after moving them around. I do not want to spend time putting them all back. That is time consuming, and you probably have better things to do than to put all of your images back and stack them nice and neat. So here's what you're going to do. You need to go to this last edit. Your last edit, click on it, and it's going to bring up version history. All of these edits, all of the times it was saved. So here I have this current version I'm working on right now. I want to make my version, I want to restore it back to the previous version. So what this is going to look like is going to be the one I created yesterday, where all of my images are nice and neat. So you can see it moved them back where they're nice and stacked, and I don't have the slides I just created anymore because I created those today, not yesterday. But all of my lines disappeared. All of my balloons, they will be back in their basket in the correct order because that's how I had them yesterday. And all of my shapes are nice and stacked neatly. So use your version history. The restore version. Restore, and now everything is back, ready for your next lesson. How cool was that? Yes, yes. One more thing, when you share your slides with your students, so you are specifically in the Zoom platform, and if you need to know how to do that or want a refresher, I have another video, how to use Zoom. And I go over all of the basic features, and then I have a part 2 video where I go over advanced features. But in that part 1 video, I go over how to share your slides with your students so your students can see your screen. Now, if I present this slide, you notice I cannot move my objects. So I cannot be in present mode. But I also don't want to have all of this stuff here. So to make it look a little cleaner, you are going to go to View, Full Screen. Now it cleans up my edges, makes it look better. And now this is what your student will see, and I can still move my objects. Now to get out of this, you are going to hit the Escape button, and it brings it back here. So most of my slides are interactive, so I do not use present mode, but maybe you only have a couple slides that are interactive, so you can use present mode So it is nice and big for your students. And then when you come to your interactive slide, just hop back to this view so you can move your images around, and then you can go back to present mode. Or you can just stay on this slide with the full screen. And that's not too shabby either. So there we go. I hope this video has been helpful, and now you will be able to create your own interactive slides. So a thing with sharing your screen with Zoom, your students cannot move the objects. Only you as the teacher can move them. But students can also, they can draw the lines because they have that annotate tool. But like I said, they cannot move the objects, just the teacher. Which is not a bad thing, because I don't want my students moving my pieces around. I want control of that. So just FYI. Thanks guys for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. So please hit that button to like, comment below if you want to see more videos like this, and subscribe so you know when they come out. And I will see you guys later. Bye!